good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. So guys, this is the era of the untalented, and we see it quite often. Kim Kardashian, Amber Rose, Jordyn Woods, women who are influencers that don't do very much. But see, the economy can only pay unskilled popular people a lot for very few. Very few people can be like Kim Kardashian, who was born into a fairly rich family with a pretty intelligent mother who can coach her. Amber Rose, there's a dime many people like her. Can find those anywhere. She just happened to get rich. Jordyn Woods does absolutely nothing. Lori Harvey just happened to be the stepdaughter of Steve Harvey. But people want to be rich for nothing. That's what all the IG models are chasing. And unfortunately, what happened with COVID, we saw a lot of unskilled women, number one, continue to be broke, but number two, some struck gold on OnlyFans. And of course, the path to the least resistance is what most people like to do. Most people, if given the opportunity, would not want to work hard for a lot of things. Unfortunately, life is not like that because money is hard to get. But if I can just go there and just be somebody and just post pictures, guys will give me money. That's why you see all of these untalented people, women and men in general, on OnlyFans. So who's there now? Well, it's not just porn stars or entertainers, because we all know that those kind of people we're going to go there and try to get money, but also daughters of very famous people. Charlie Sheen's daughter. Now I talked about that because his daughter Sammy Sheen's on there, but guess who is going on there too? Her mom, Denise Richards. What? Now Charlie Sheen was very, very upset that his daughter joined OnlyFans. I don't know what kind of picture she'll be posting on there, but he said that, hey, it's the mother's fault that my daughter's on OnlyFans. Well, guess what? He was goddamn right, because the mama went on OnlyFans also. But see, now we gotta really gauge whose fault it is. And it's not Sammy Sheen's fault. It's not Denise Richards' fault. It's Charlie Sheen's fault. Because you see, what happens is with a lot of American men, who are talented, making a lot of money, give the opportunities to women who should never be there in your life. You give them the opportunity to be there. And what are they going to do? Nothing. Because what? You required them to be there and you gave them a baby. So then when they have a child, that child's not going to be there with your standards because they have poor standards. They got lucky because they met you, a hard working guy who's enterprising, who wants something for themselves. And then you traded in your hard work for that person's beauty who doesn't do anything, and you give a baby to them. That baby is not going to come up with your mentality. It's going to come up with laziness. That baby's not going to have ambition, wanting to work hard, wanting to strive for things. No. That person is going to end up being like the mother. So as the daughter does, then the mama's going to do, which is actually backwards. So now she wants to go on OnlyFans for free and try to make some money because, oh my God, I have a baby by Charlie Sheen. That's the only thing the world knows me for, literally. And so the question comes back to you. Who will you allow in your circle? Okay? And I know we put a lot of emphasis on what a woman looks like. It's important. A woman who is attractive, it's important. Nice butt, I'm a fan of big booties. Pretty face, yes. Some of y'all like pretty toes and sandals and all kind of stuff. But you know what that has to do with long-term relationships? And shout out to Chris Williamson's YouTube channel. Absolutely nothing. It gets you in the door, but it won't keep you. What are the long-term permanent interests that we are talking about? That's the real reality here. We're not dealing with what we have in common with people. You see, we select friends in a different way that we select girlfriends. See, if we selected our friends like we selected our wives or girlfriends, we might actually have better success. And what am I talking about here? Most of us do not have friends. If we are, let's say for example, if we are successful, we are ambitious, we are doing very well, we don't tend to hang around people who are not like that as friends, because they're destructive to what we have overall, because they're danger to us. We can become like them. We can become underproductive, because we already know that the chances of us becoming unproductive like them is very strong. But them becoming productive like us is very little. So we don't even take that risk. It's not that we don't even like those people, but it's the truth. Even in our own family, we stay away from our mothers, we stay away from our fathers, we stay away from our friends in the past, because they're not like us. But when it's a woman, we let that rule go to the side. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. Oh my gosh, she got a fat butt. Oh my God. And listen, I'm a victim of that too. And that woman has nothing in common with who you are. And what we try to do is we try to train that woman to be something that she's not. And then you end up getting frustrated with her because she'll never be that. So what she ends up is a person that has low standards, or in comparisons to you, lower standards. And when you leave her, she gets to somebody else who has low standards like her. And they might even have a low standard, great relationship. Both of them are bums. They didn't want to amount to anything. And you're like sitting around wondering why. Well, because she shouldn't have been there in the first place. Some of you guys are rich. You're dealing with a woman who has a very poor mindset. She deserves to be over there in the poverty area, in the mindset. She shouldn't even be there. She's there anyway, but that's the problem. She shouldn't be there. So then now, let's kind of fast forward it here. Then you give a baby to somebody like that, and then you end up breaking up. Well, of course you're going to break up, because you're not the same person. That person's going to continue to frustrate you, even if they're nice, because they're still poor. They still don't have the values. They're going to keep bothering you when you're trying to work. Always wanting to talk to you when you're wanting to work. Always trying to stop you from working. Why? Because they don't understand the value and the appreciation of hard work. All they understand is how to be unproductive. So once they have a kid, the kid's gonna be lazy like them. And the only reason why she wants to have your kid is so you can support her in her laziness. And so take your money and go to the next guy who doesn't do anything and use your money for free. And at any kind of quick scheme to get rich, she's gonna be on it, like going to OnlyFans, because people wanna make money for doing nothing. And then your kids are gonna end up being like that. And then you're gonna understand, like, I can't believe that's my son. He's nothing like me. Of course, because the mother's nothing like you. She's unambitious. And you're seeing this with a lot of guys that are talented, hardworking. How can you really, seriously, I can see if it's a casual thing, like, yo, I'm gonna screw you a few times and that's it. But I'm gonna marry you, like, you're my actual wife, and this is your motivation, and you're not doing anything? And if my child, God forbid, something happened to me, you're the mother, my child's gonna fail horrifically in life, because there's no standards here. And that's what's happening here with these OnlyFans. That's why moms and daughters are joining together, because they both have a low standard of productivity, looking for the way out. And that way out is easiness, least friction, the least frictional path. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe if you fail. Check out the first clip at the top, and as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.